Hi everyone, we are here back with SA 800C reservation. Now we are discussing about SA 805 special considerations audit of single financial statements and specific elements, accounts or items of financial statement. So how is this different from other standards which we have discussed? So we have SA 501, right, which discuss about the audit evidence specific consideration for selected items. So the selected item, that is all the selected item. So SA 501 basically discussed the specific considerations by the auditor in obtaining an SAE, which is nothing but sufficient appropriate audit evidence in accordance with other standards of inventory, litigations and claims, and the segment information in an audit of a financial statement. But here, our purpose is to deal with specific consideration application of SAs to an audit of a single financial statement or a specific element or an account or item of financial statement. We are going to audit a specific item of financial statement or a specific financial statement in itself. Okay, what does specific financial statement mean? Specific financial statement or single financial statement means a single element of a single set of financial statement. For example, it could be the statement of cash flows or statement of profit or loss, statement of changes in equity or statement of balance sheet. So either of these could be an example of a single financial statement. It is not the stand-alone financial statement. It is not the stand-alone financial statement. What a specific element means is the accounts receivable or the inventories or the trade payables or the expected credit loss alone or the litigations alone. So I'm going to express an opinion on this particular set of financial single financial statement or particular element of the financial statement. Okay, my financial statement could either be general purpose framework or special purpose framework. What happens then? For either of the cases, SA 805 will be applicable. If it is general purpose framework, all the other related SAs and SA 805 will be applicable. If it is prepared in accordance with special purpose framework, then SA 800 and SA 805 will be applicable. That's what I highlighted here. Now let's move on. Circumstances when SA 805 will not be applicable. It will not be applicable when I am the component auditor issuing a report on the audit of a component of a group. Then SA 805 will not be applicable. So what is the objective of the auditor in this standard? It is to address appropriately special considerations that are relevant in relation to acceptance, planning and performance, and forming an opinion and reporting, but not for the purpose of expressing an opinion on the effectiveness of internal control. This could be an MCQ. So I am going to tell you about the single set of single financial statement or specific element opinion, but I'm not going to opine on the effectiveness of the internal control, because internal control is a wide and vast. Okay, I cannot justify it just by doing a particular element audit, right? That's what I'm telling you. So what is a single financial statement? Statement of cash flows could be an example of single financial statement. What is element of financial statement? Element could be an account or an item or a financial statement. For example, it could be a trade receivables or the cash and bank balances. Now, single financial statement or a specific financial statement includes its related notes. What are these notes contain? It contains a summary of significant accounting policies and other explanatory information. Okay. What are the considerations when accepting an engagement? SA 200 requires the auditor to comply with all relevant to the audit. Okay, irrespective of whether I'm auditing a complete set of financial statement or I'm doing an audit of a single financial statement or a single item of financial statement, I have to comply with all. So what does SA 200 require us to comply with? It requires us to comply with the relevant ethical requirements, which includes the independence and also all the essays that are relevant to the audit. Okay, when I'm not required to comply with that requirement, when that particular essay itself is not relevant or the requirement is conditional and that condition is not there in my current set of financial statement. Okay, then in exceptional circumstances, the auditor may also judge it necessary to depart from the relevant requirement by performing an alternative audit procedures. Okay. Say, assume I am doing only single the single financial statement audit, okay, or specific element. I'm not involved in the complete set of financial statement audit. Then it may not be practicable for me to comply with all the requirements, right? Because generally with in relation to the and its environment, which the complete set of financial statement auditor would have. He would have a better understanding than me. Okay. Also, I will not be having an evidence about general quality of the accounting records, which means, say, assume I am auditing only the inventory. Okay, inventory part. There is some other part where there is a huge misstatement has occurred. Okay, and the complete set of analyst auditor would be aware of it, right? And he would be redetermining his or re-estimating his materiality. Since I'm not aware of that particular misstatement, I don't have an audit evidence about the general quality of the accounting record. So because of this, I would need further evidence to corroborate the evidence which I have already obtained to make and appropriate. Okay, understood. In the case of an audit of specific element of a require the audit work that may be disproportionate to the element being audited. For example, requirements of SA 570 are likely to be relevant in the circumstances of an audit of a schedule of accounts receivable. Complying with those requirements may not be practicable because of the audit efforts required. If the auditor concludes the audit of a single financial statement or specific element of financial statement in accordance with the SCS may not be practicable, the auditor may discuss with the management whether any other type of engagement is more practicable. Then, acceptability of financial reporting framework. SA 210 requires the auditor to determine the acceptability of the financial reporting framework applied in the preparation of the financial statement. In the case of audit of a single financial statement, so this includes whether I am applying all the requirements of the presentation and disclosures, and also giving the adequate disclosures which would enable the internet user to understand the information which I am going to convey. Okay, I am going to convey that inventory is proper. So I should give all related notes and disclosure to convey this particular information. All those material transactions. Then a single financial statement may be prepared in accordance with the applicable financial reporting framework was given for the complete set of financial statement. Okay, there's no particular framework which is given for the particular single financial statement. So I'm applying the framework of financial statement. Then the auditor should check and determine whether all the presentation disclosure requirements which have been given in the complete set of financial statement that are relevant to the single set of financial statement have been complied with. Say, for example, I have been there is no particular requirement which says the statement of cash flow requirement in the Companies Act. Assume there is only a requirement which is given for the complete set of financial statement. Then I should check whether all the related presentation and disclosure requirements for the cash flow statement have been complied in the single financial statement. Then, consideration when planning and performing an audit. In planning and performing the audit of financial statement or a specific element of a financial statement, the auditor shall adapt all essays relevant to the audit as necessary in the circumstance of the engagement. When auditing a single financial statement or specific element of financial statement, also I am doing the complete set of financial statement audit. Okay, then I will be able to use the audit evidence which I have obtained as a part of complete set of financial statement for this special financial statement, single financial statement audit. Okay, however, this essay requires me to plan and perform it separately because assume I have materiality of 1 lakh for the complete set of financial statement, but my total single item of the financial statement is just rupees 5 lakhs, then this 1 lakh is too high for me to be kept as materiality. So I will be keeping a materiality as low as, like, say for example 25,000. So the evidence which I have obtained as a part of complete set of financial statement will not be sufficient enough for me to opine on this single element of financial statement. I hope I have made myself clear, right? Let's proceed. Yeah. The individual financial statement that comprise a complete set of financial statement and other any elements may be interrelated. Okay, so I may not be able to consider this particular item alone in isolation. For example, again, let's understand this with an example. I am doing an audit of inventory, so I will not be able to just opine on the inventory based on the inventory records alone. I should also know the purchase records. the creditors, I should also know the sales return debtors. So that's when I will be able to opine as in detail for the inventory records. So that's what I'm telling. So I cannot do it in isolation. I should do with the other elements that are interrelated. Furthermore, this is what we have already discussed, right? The materiality determined for a single financial statement may be lower than the materiality determined for the purpose of complete set of financial statement, and this will affect the nature, timing, and extent of an audit procedures, and also the evaluation of uncorrected misstatements. Now, the last part. That's an important part. Forming of an opinion. I'm doing all these stuff just to form an opinion, right? So forming an opinion. SA 210 recommends the agreed terms of an audit engagement issued by the auditor should include the expected form of the report to be issued by the auditor. Okay. The opinion may be different, but the form should be different, right? The form of opinion to be expressed by an auditor depends on the applicable financial reporting framework and any other applicable laws and regulations. So, in accordance with the revised SA 700, if I'm going to give an unmodified opinion on the complete set of financial statement, I'll be stating, if it is in the FIRE presentation framework, I'll be stating what? Present fairly in all material respects, or I will be telling it gives a true and fair view. If I'm going to give for the financial statement has been prepared as per the compliance framework, I will be telling it has been prepared in all material respects in accordance with the applicable financial reporting framework. Now, in the case of financial statement or specific element, the applicable financial statement will not explicitly address the presentation of the financial statement. This is what we have discussed, right? So, what I have to do, I should check and take what are relevant presentation requirements or a form of opinion which has been given for a single financial statement. Now, the next is a very important question. Please make a note of it. Factors that may affect the auditor's consideration as to whether to use the phrases present fairly in all material respects or gives a true and fair view in the auditor's report include the applicable financial reporting frameworks explicitly or implicitly restricted the preparation of complete set of financial statement. A single financial statement, specific element of a financial statement will, what it has to do is to comply with all the requirements given, right? Related notes, including related notes and disclosures, and then, if necessary to achieve the fair presentation, provide disclosures beyond the specified disclosures or an exceptional circumstance depart from the framework, and justification as to why it has to be given properly. Okay, the auditor's decision to express an opinion, what kind of opinion, is a matter of professional judgment. So we have to give that opinion which is really accepted in that particular jurisdiction. Okay, now, forming an opinion and reporting consideration. When forming an opinion and reporting on a single financial statement or a specific element of financial statement, the auditor shall apply the requirements of revised SA 700. Now this comes an MCQ. Okay, I say, assume I am the auditor of a single financial statement and also I am doing the complete set of financial statement audit. Can I just give a one opinion on both together? The answer is a big no. The auditor shall express a separate opinion for each engagement. Okay, but I may publish it together with the complete set of financial statement. Okay, and if say I'm doing a statement of cash flow audit, the statement of cash flow which I'm going to audit and the statement of cash flow which has been prepared as a part of complete set of financial statement, both are same. Then I can just refer to that presentation and given a separate opinion on that report, on that cash flows. Okay, the auditor shall also differentiate the opinion on the single financial statement. The auditor shall not issue the auditor's report containing the opinion until satisfied with such differentiation. Okay, because it should give us the heading independent auditor's report on the statement of cash flows, and then it will be like independent auditor's report on the financial statements, like that. Okay, if the auditor's opinion of the complete set of financial statement is modified or the auditor's report includes an emphasis of matter paragraph or other matter paragraph, the auditor shall determine the effect of this that may have been on the single financial statement. Say, assume I have issued a qualified opinion, but that qualified opinion is not related to the item which the single financial statement is being discussed upon. So still I can give an unmodified opinion. Okay, so that I have to deem whether which is more appropriate in that circumstances. If the auditor concludes that it is necessary to express an adverse opinion or disclaimer of opinion. Okay, assume the complete set of financial statement, the auditor is going to give a adverse or disclaimer of opinion. Then I am not permitted. listen to this properly. I am not permitted to include the unmodified opinion report together with this report, to be published together with this report. I should not publish together with the complete set of financial statements report. Why this? This is because it is contradicting to each other. I am giving an unmodified opinion on particular element, and he is giving adverse or disclaimer of opinion on another. So there is a contradiction between two, and that will be confusing the user. So I should not publish it together. Okay, see here. This is because an unmodified opinion would contradict the adverse opinion or disclaimer of opinion on the entity's complete set of financial statements. Okay, let's proceed. Yeah, yes or yes? Okay. But can I give an modified or can I give an unmodified opinion when the complete set of financial statement order has issued an adverse or disclaimer of opinion? The answer is it depends. Okay, when it fulfills all these three conditions together, then I may do it. Okay, what are the three conditions? The auditor is not prohibited from doing so by law or regulation, and this unmodified report is not published together with the complete set of financial statements auditor's report, and that does not contain a major portion of the complete set of financial statement. If all these are done together, cumulative conditions and conditions, okay, only then I can issue an unmodified opinion when even though the complete set of financial statement auditor has given the modified opinion. Okay. The auditor shall express an unmodified opinion on a single statement of a complete set of financial statement if the auditor he shall not express an unmodified opinion when the complete set of financial statement auditor express an adverse or disclaimer of opinion, because that is deemed to be a material portion. Okay. Here what you have said, if it is not a major portion, then I can give an unmodified opinion. Okay. Then SA 700 requires an auditor to check and evaluate whether all related disclosures and notes have been given to understand the effect of material transactions. Then, even say assume they have given a qualified opinion, okay, and I have given an unmodified opinion for a single set of financial statement. I may deem it appropriate to refer to that modification in my other matter paragraph, because I deem that is relevant for the user's understanding of the audited financial statement or other elements of the related auditor's report. Okay. Let's assume a situation where the auditor has disclaimed an opinion only with respect to the operations and the cash flows, but my individual element being audited is state of affairs. Can I give an unmodified opinion in that case? The answer is yes, because he has disclaimed only with respect to the operations and cash flows and not on the complete set of financial statements, and I am giving an opinion on the state of affairs which is not related to each other. So still I can give an unmodified opinion there. Okay. Now, and I say 805 and 800 are not overriding. It goes hand in hand with other standards. What are the examples? We have discussed examples as accounts receivable, accounts payable, inventory, the allowances for doubtful debts and intangible assets, liability incurred but not reported. And then it could be an externally managed assets or portfolio of an assets, net tangible assets, and then amounts of disbursements in case of leased property. So with this, we have completed the explanation with respect to SA 805. We have just two questions here. Let's start. Okay. CA Surya is an auditor of a financial statement of an entity prepared in accordance with the financial reporting provisions of a contract. So also of trade receivables appearing in the financial statements. Can he arrangement discuss brief outline of his approach in such situation? Assume there are two things here. Let's first identify the framework. It is prepared in accordance with the specific provisions of a contract. So which means it is prepared in accordance with SA 800, that is special purpose framework. So I have to apply both SA 800 and SA 805 and I can accept such engagement. Okay, what I have to do? I have to follow these procedures in accordance with SA 800 and 805. Let's see whether what is the same answer is given here or not. Right, great. It's good. We are right. Now, next question. Let's see what the next question is. Test your understanding for here. CAG is often an appointment of audit of trade payables of financial statement of a company, but he is not doing the complete of financial statement audit. What is the practical difficulty which he may experience? What you have discussed there? Got it? Yes or yes? Yes, whenever you are not doing the complete set of financial statement audit, it may not be practicable for you to comply with all the requirements of an essay, right? Because you don't have the same understanding of the entity and its environment as that complete set of financial statement auditor would have, and also you will not have control over general quality of the general quality of the accounting records, and you will also need a further evidence to corroborate the audit evidence which you have already obtained, and the work which you are doing will be disproportionate to the work which is being required by the standard in the essay, for example essay 570. And then if the auditor concludes that being a single financial statement auditor, single financial statement element auditor, uh, my work is not practicable, then I may discuss with the management to determine whether any other type of engagement would be more practicable. So with this, we have completed say 805. Please drop in the comments if you have any doubts. Let me clear it, and then let's catch up soon for the video on next series. Thank you.